Not only have we got one deep area low pressure, we've got two, and they're both going to interact and charge towards the UK this weekend. Before that, we've got some very heavy rain on the way for Scotland, but it's the winds that are definitely the focus in this video. Yes, these two storms, Humberto and Imelda, were creating some very big waves on the east coast of America. As they move away from the east coast of America, they'll be working their way into the Atlantic, where they're heading towards the UK. Now, we don't recognise hurricanes per se, although to the Beaufort scale, it does actually say hurricane when it gets to a certain particular speed. You remember last year, and to the beginning of this year, we had Storm Irwin, we had Storm Dara. This has a similar potential impact of both of those massive red warning storms. The Met Office have already issued early weather warnings. MetCheck have done the same. And if the GFS on MetCheck and NetWeather are pointing in a certain direction, then I'm definitely guaranteed to see amber warnings, if not a possible danger to life red warning. Now, a graphic on the BBC clearly shows Humberto and Imelda. Imelda being close to the point there of Hawaii, Humberto being out in the Atlantic, and you can see they track and cross past each other at least on two occasions as they're working their way towards the UK. Early weather warnings predominantly for rain. This is going to be covering for Wednesday and Thursday. On Friday, things start getting a little bit spicy as these low pressure systems are coming into the system. So we've both got a similar sort of setup that we're going to be showing on Friday and Saturday. However, according to the latest GFS model, it has actually sunk the systems a little bit further south. Now, MetCheck have issued a moderate risk. Their next one is a high risk, whereas the Met Office are just sticking to the guns at the moment, doing yellow risk. So MetCheck are being a little bit pragmatic on this one. And I think it's a very, very fair assumption. As I'd originally said, I would not be surprised if I saw certain areas, prone areas, that are going to be hit by these storms, touching into the red high risk zone. It all seems lovely and calm for the moment. This is for today, which is Tuesday, about Tuesday lunchtime, as we start to scoot the model runs off as into the week itself. You can see we've got some red deep areas which are indicating some strong winds way up into the north of Scotland. Isobars are getting a little bit tightly packed together out in the North Atlantic going towards Iceland, and you won't actually see anything on these runs at the moment. This is now into Wednesday morning 6 o'clock. As we start to scoot across into Thursday morning, we've got a hint of some winds that are going to be hitting the west coast of Ireland, going into the Irish Sea. But if you look across into the sea level pressure charts, you can see these low pressure systems here. There's one up here into the north, which is going to bring gales into the North Sea. We've got another one here, and we've got another one down here as they bring themselves in. Now, this is the one we're going to watch now for Friday morning. This tightens itself up. I'll just go back a few frames. This actually tightens itself up as it brings itself into the country. This is Friday, 9 o'clock in the morning. This is going to be an all-day event on Friday going off into Saturday. As it stands, it wants to bring it right across to the southwest tip of Ireland, up the Celtic Sea into the Irish Sea, where I've said before it'll funnel and the winds will get stronger. This is the first one we've got here, this one here, then we've got another one over here out in the Atlantic, but for now we're going to concentrate on this one here. Winds in this area, we're looking with the centres about here. This is the strongest portion as it's bringing itself into the country. We're easily looking at gusts here of about 80 to 90 miles an hour. Bear in mind, this is out in the sea. So this area of Ireland, somewhere between, is it Dingle and Galway, that sort of stretch there, you're definitely going to get a battering. You're going to see 100 mile an hour. I wouldn't be surprised at the moment, the way things are showing, 100 mile an hour rings. Take a very close look at the white to grey areas that are on the west coast of Scotland. They'll cross over Ireland and they'll go straight into the Irish Sea. This is Friday, at tea time, 6 o'clock. You've got winds there that are kicking off easily 80 to 90 mile an hour gusts. A very concentrated, tight area, bringing itself in just underneath the Isle of Man. The Isle of Man, take warning, because I think you're going to get a hell of a battering by Friday for sure. Anywhere in that prone area of Ireland, the whole of Ireland, Northern Ireland, Wales, southwest Scotland, northwest England, even down into the English Channel, the Isle of Wight, you're going to see some big gusts over in the North Sea. Then winds are going to pick up again along the coast there. So as a rule of thumb, these winds have got to cross across the country. Are we going to see 90 mile an hour winds inland? Doubt it very much, but you will get some big gusts. I'm not going to throw figures out at the moment, but as you can see on here, we can easily look and expect 60, maybe 70 mile an hour winds crossing the country in this prone area of England and Wales. So what I would suggest is, after this video, if you've got a chance, or when you get home, go and batten the hatches, go and clear your garden, go and make it safe. We'll anchor down that trampoline, get your washing line set, anything, pots, pans, just get them set, because this is going to make some noise when it travels through. I know it's very rare that it happens, but it does happen. We get power cuts, we get travel disruption. The trains will be being cancelled. There will be a lot going on Friday. Today's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I think within the next 48 hours, there's going to be a dramatic change. As long as the weather models keep predicting or forecasting this, you can only imagine what's happened before. It's going to happen again in this country. Slight rant over. Watch it going across. The blue area in Scotland, by the way, that's the eye of this cyclone. Calm, beautiful, but northwest Cumbria, look, Stranraer, Galloway, you've got slight greying area there, so you're going to see 80 mile an hour winds for sure in that district, between 80 maybe 90 mile an hour winds funneling in the Solway of Solway, isn't it? Is it the Solway? Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, big winds, big gusts. They go out into the North Sea because it channels its way through, and that's going to be Friday night at 9 o'clock. I would suggest get some food, get yourself prepared, get the garden sorted, close your doors, batten the hatches, get yourself all cuddled in, get a good TV programme on, and stay safe. That could all change. Everything could all change as per usual. I've said it 1,000 times. The newspapers are going to be coming out with some big stories, big headlines very, very soon. My advice to you is, please just listen to the official weather services and just get prepared. Hey, you know, we're in autumn now. Winter's around the corner. We normally get wet and windy before Christmas, don't we? And then it starts to go colder after a gale event. I did say in a few videos before that I think we are going to have some big wind, rain and wind events this autumn into winter, because of the amount of heat that we've had that's been built up in the oceans, and Mother Nature is wanting to balance out. So what's your comments? What's your thoughts? Are you getting prepared? Do you think it's going to take a different track? Please get involved in discussion down below, and of course join us on our Facebook page, Weather Fans. Another thing I can ask you as well, for if you want to join me on the membership, the YouTube membership, it's not like £1 a month, and it just helps towards the fuel of the car, especially when I'm travelling around anywhere. Obviously that eats up, especially if Rachel Reeves wants to bring in 9p a mile tax extra. That'll definitely scumper a lot of plans, but I don't want to get too political about that. That's a video for another day. Thank you so much for watching. You've made it this far. I'm glad you're listening. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell as many people as you possibly can. Listen to the radio and everything else, all the official services, and please get yourself prepared. Don't become a victim. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, good luck on this one.